Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Tess Talks reboot, Tess Talks 2.0. It's so new we don't even have an official name, okay? So that's how new this is. We left off episode 1 with the reasoning and my decision to leave the radio show, the number one radio show in Houston, to go to the number one lifestyle show in Houston. I know, it's hard being number one all the time. Numbers, the numbies don't lie. Am I bragging? A little bit. Because I think, sprinkle, sprinkle. Here, you know what? This is also great life advice. Before we get into crying, you're going to need a box of tissue for this. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'll probably cry. You don't have to. Ew. Okay, it's not going to be depressed. It's also going to be fun. That's how new it is. See, we haven't worked these things out. Bobby Jokes, again, behind the camera, helping me get back into the pod groove, which you can say fuck. That's probably why we had to do this part. My dad was always very impressed with how I didn't cuss on air for the radio, for the TV. He's like, it's just a miracle. I guess because he knew how much I cussed in real life. Okay. So this is another thing. Attach yourselves to people that care, that win. No one cares more about the radio and his show than Rod Ryan. No one. And even though Derek is a very different co-host, I will say that same type of work ethic applies. No one cares more. No one will go the extra mile more. They're just very different in their workflow, but I love them both so much. And I mean, who doesn't like to win? I feel like as an athlete growing up, I mean, I'm competitive. I'm not like, hey, you see that other lifestyle show host over there? I'm going to go give her the business. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, let's just be the best version and do the best absolute fucking job that we can to entertain the city of Houston. That's so important. There's so much fucking crime and crazy shit and Bayou City fucking serial killers and stuff like that. Like, let's take a beat. Like, let's laugh together. Let's even cry together. Let's be vulnerable together. And I feel like that's what Houston Life does well. I feel like Houston Life, because we are a show that stays away from politics. Look, all that shit is important, okay? Fucking yes. Look where you're spending your money. We are probably on the verge of, this is during a government shutdown. We're recording this during a government shutdown. We're on the verge of a social reckoning, collapse. Corporations are fucking greedy. Like, oh my God. Like, I could go on and on and on. But like, in the midst of all that, we are a community. And the power is in the people, and the community and the ties that bind us to remember that we are all human. We're all living. It is not a us versus you. It's not a we versus we. It's the little guy versus these greedy fucks, dude. Like, I can't stand that shit. But my point was, which I tried to make, I don't know, it's been like 20 minutes ago. My point is that attach yourself to people that are the givers, the solution finders, the problem solvers, the lovers, the people that care about community. And I think that's what Houston Life does well, is that they we can catch you with your guard down, because when the show starts that we're not going to talk about all that crazy shit going on. You can actually let us into your homes and to your hearts. And we're just going to try to show you some cool shit. That's all we're going to do. We're going to try to show you some cool shit, try to introduce you to some cool people who are doing great, phenomenal things, people that care about investing back into their community, local businesses featuring that. I love doing shit like that. I love it. Do we get the occasional celebrity in there? Do I get to talk to Bun B sometimes? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. But that's not all that it's about. It's about sticking together as a community and really trying to help make this life, which can be really grueling sometimes, a little easier. So when we stopped episode 1, I was talking about all the things that I've gotten to experience since leaving the morning show because of the difference in schedule, just the freedom, the time commitment. It's all changed and it's all kind of mishmashed around. And I have a pretty cool schedule now. My work is much more understanding about, hey, I need this time, or if I'm sick, just be sick. That's what you get. You get a sick day to be sick. But for me, this year, my dad's health had been in decline for some time, but it was getting really bad. Like, he was falling. And my dad's young, guys. My dad's 56 years old. But he just did not take care of himself the way he should have. He was one of these oil field worker guys who would go and drink and party and be out all night. And he was always at work. He never missed work, never missed a day of work in his life. But he lived kind of to the fullest of like pushing it, what was good for his health. And towards the back end of his life, he was trying to make up for that, right? And it was really hard. And he had diabetes. He had an injury on his foot, and that caused him to have some of that chopped off. I mean, it was a whole thing. And he would probably be pissed at me. Tess, you don't have to share all that with him. Okay, Tess. But this is just, this is my POV. It's my podcast, Dad. It's my podcast. So my dad passed away on March 11th, and I was working, and I was actually coming down for the show at 12:50, and I saw a missed call from my mom, like 2 missed calls from my mom, and then I saw like my little brother calling me. So, my mom, I'll talk to her later, but my little brother doesn't call me back to back often. So I answer the phone. He's like, "Hey, Tess, your dad they just took him in the ambulance." And I'm like, okay. The show's about to start. I gotta do the show. And it was like, okay, it's you can't assume the worst. Don't assume the worst has happened. Go in there, figure out the show. The show's an hour long, and if you need to, just go down to Corpus as soon as the show ends. So we're doing host chat, and we do the show as normal. Come to find out, in hindsight, my mom had texted Derek, my co-host, and was like, "Hey, I think Tessa's dad passed away. I don't know what to say to her." That'll let you know everything you need to know about my mom's and I's relationship, I think. Like, she texted Derek that she didn't know what to tell me, that, my dad may not be with us anymore. Well, it was so crazy because I was actually wearing like black that day, like all black. I actually looked like I was attending a funeral that day. And I was. I didn't pack a thing as soon as the show left, gathered my stuff. And it would have been maybe easier to jump on a flight, like come home, pack my stuff, jump on the flight to Corpus. But I just honestly wanted that time to just let it all out, let everything I was feeling out. And I was crying, but I also remember, this is so like, it's so weird. The wildflowers were like in bloom. It was like a perfect day, like a perfect spring day. And I was just so sad. I was just so sad. Have you ever heard the song Dixie Chicks' Cold Day in July? She talks about breaking up with her man, how they're like, their lives are splitting apart. Like, she's like, the moon is full, my heart is empty. Because the guy always told her the day he left her would be a cold day in July. Basically saying like, baby, I'll never leave you. Like, it has to be a cold day in July. Like, hell has to freeze over when pigs can fly. Kind of like on that line, like it's a cold day in July. And then she talks about just how they're breaking up. But that's what I felt like. It's damn, like it's the most beautiful day ever. And like the worst thing that ever happened, like could ever happen, has happened. And it was just a mess. It was just a mess, and all I could think, I don't even think I had the radio on. I think I drove in complete silence 3.5 hours down, and straight to my brother's house, my dad's house where we lived. My brother had been taking care of my dad for some time. And, just hugging him like, holy shit. He really did it. Because my dad would talk about it all the time. He'd be like, "Well, Tess, my ticker's not too good." And I'd be like, shut up, old man. You're going to be here. Like, no way someone as annoying as you isn't going to stick around forever. And that's the relationship me and my dad had. I talked to him every single day. I would be on the phone with my dad at least 15 minutes a day. At the long end of that, 2 hours. You want to talk about podcasts? Me and my dad would host a personal podcast with each other every day. He had a lot of opinions. He was like an encyclopedia, could tell you everything about Texas history in the world. He would talk me off of a million ledges. He would always tell me, be nice to Travis. Be nice to Travis. Give that man a break. Be nice to that guy and be kind to people. And I'm like, no, Dad, I am kind. I'm a good person. Maybe I'm not nice, but I am a good person. And people need to check themselves sometimes. Yeah, well, you're so beautiful. You're so smart. You're so talented. You're very lucky. And he would leave me with that all the time. And he said it so much that was almost annoying, but he was also indoctrinating me. We talked in the last episode about everyone needs a Mickey. Everyone needs a Mickey in their corner. My dad's favorite movie was Rocky. All the Rocky movies. He said every life lesson you need to know is in a Rocky movie. You're down, get back up. Don't give up. When someone's bullying you, you got to do the right thing. You got to, get back up, you son of a bitch. That's what you got to do. That's what Rocky says. And, that's what Mickey says to Rocky. And, you can be victorious. Sometimes you're down, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, but that's life, right? It's like this 12-round bout of ups and downs and roller coasters. And, when my dad passed away, I just took the bereavement. I don't know that I would have been able to do that on the Rod Ryan show. I don't know. I'm sure. Everyone texted me. Everyone texted me when they found out, but I didn't even say anything for so long. Like my mom immediate was like, pray for my kids. Their dad died, and I'm like, fuck, why did you tell everyone? Like, why did you put that on Facebook? That's that Facebook. Oh my God. Don't get me started on that application. And that kind of irked me. And then, a couple days later, my brother put like the information for when we were going to have the funeral and stuff. But I went and I really felt like I was hiding out. Like, I just felt like I didn't want to come out. I didn't want to come out and be like the girl with no dad. And it was so fucking hard. Like, it was so hard to even write a post. Like, okay, my dad died. Like, that was so fucking stupid. I hate that part of social media. Like, I hate the explanation because you don't owe anyone an explanation. No one owes anyone an explanation. But I was gone for the show. And my dad would never want to be the excuse for me missing work. Like he would be like, nah, you don't use me. You're missing work because you're missing work. Like, don't put that on me. And, but I did, what was so crazy about that time, Houston Life said, take as much time as you need. We love you. You don't have to come back at a fast rate. You just handle, because we were handling everything. We had to make all the decisions. And the one gift my dad, not the one gift, but one of the gifts that my dad left me with was that he paid for all his own stuff. So he had already, all we had to do was go in and pick out okay, that coffin, okay, that flower arrangement. And it was already paid for. And guys, I know when I talk to you, there are men and women that are saying, fuck yeah. Like when my parents passed away, that was crazy. Like, it's expensive to bury someone. Like, can you imagine? Okay, already the hardest thing, and then financially, you're also fucked. Like, not only is one of my favorite people gone, how are we gonna bury them? And then you feel guilt, like, oh, we gotta give him a send off that you want. Like, we didn't have to worry about any of that, and that in itself was such a blessing. And I'm so thankful that he took that priority, and he told us, because my dad was not a perfect dad. There were years where I didn't talk to my dad. I think I went 3 or 4 years without talking to my dad at some point. And, that was something that he did. He said, I wasn't always there for you, but this is one thing I want to do for you. So if you are listening to this and maybe you're a little bit more of age, really consider your kids, because even though it's a morbid thing, death is morbid as fuck, right? But we all do it. We all die. Make sure you have life insurance. Damn, I need to plug Travis's life insurance here. Travis has life insurance, in addition to be a financial advisor. So get your shit in order so that the people you love don't have to deal with being in a financial crisis in addition to their emotional crisis that because you're gone now. You have to think of these things. Unfortunately, in America, the year of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, 2025, you have to think about how expensive shit is and how it costs a lot to bury you. So my dad took care of that. But when we were there, I hadn't really taken a break because I was like, okay, I'm finally full-time at Houston Life. Like, let me give this job everything. But that was like a forced break. And I think my dad was ready to go. We were at this point where he was going to have full-time help and healthcare at home. Me and my brother, it was going to cost us whatever it would have cost us. We were going to do it because it's our dad. And he just left suddenly. He died of a heart attack. My brother and I, we both think God had mercy on his soul, took him quick. He didn't suffer a lot. I think he had taken a really good shower that morning. So he went just the way he came, bro. just the way he came, bare ass and everything. We went fishing while I was down there. Georgie's like, hey, let's get up early. Jose wants to take us fishing. His boss, they want to take us fishing. My dad's the one who taught us to fish. But let me tell you something. Each time me and my brother went fishing with my dad, we caught a cold, okay? Nothing beyond that. It was anything we caught, we probably had to throw it back. I've caught stingrays with my dad. I've caught jellyfish with my dad. I've caught sharks. I've caught anything but something I could like hold and show, okay? Real fucking talk. We go out, beautiful morning, beautiful week, go fishing. Bro, we couldn't reel them in and catch them quick enough. We're throwing our rods out, immediately hooking. It felt like a Bible chapter. Like it felt like a chapter in the Bible, like Jesus said, throw the nets out over here, you will catch them. Like that's how it felt. And I'm like laughing, crying because I'm like, there's no way, like we're just not these types of fishermen. We're just not this lucky. Like we just don't, this just doesn't happen. We're throwing and we're catching. We're throwing and we're catching. And we're like maxing out. And it was just so funny. Me and my brother kept doing like, are you fucking, like, are you feeling this? Are you watching this? Is this happening right now? And it was just incredible. That's one of the most incredible memories I have. That's the best fishing tour I've ever like taken, you know? And it was right there in the Corpus Christi Bay, which my dad loved so much. Corpus Christi Bay by Johnny Rodriguez is a song we would listen to every time. I'd take him on a cruise, we'd go get a coffee. His decaf, because he had the jitters, we would listen to it. And to just feel that and him around us was such a cool morning. So that was, I would call that the first God wink, the first little baby miracle since my dad passed away. That was one of them. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Tess Talks. I wouldn't be here without the help of J. Barrera Law. I literally wouldn't be here without J. Barrera Law. So the night before my Rod Ryan Show interview, I got into a motor vehicle accident. Someone blew through a red light, hit me in the car. I was with my younger brother and my younger sister, and it was an actual nightmare at the time, but I let J. Barrera Law handle it, and it was smooth sailing. They got me into a rental. I got to my interview, which was at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I highly recommend them. So you can check them out online at jbarreralaw.com, and if you tell them Tessa sent you, that makes me look really good, and that probably buys us a couple more episodes. Okay, so it's jbarreralaw.com. Thank you guys. Then, talking about Rocky, my brother had just purchased a ranch, and he is he is so sad because my dad will never see this place. Like he is so, like he's finally like bought some land. That's what a guy wants, right? Like I feel like all dudes, and women maybe too. I don't want any fucking land. I want a man with some land and it's all ready for me to go. But no, like I don't have that dream. My brother has his dream. He wants a land in South Texas, a ranch, and he finally got it. And he is just so sad because my dad never, ever got to see it. We're like, George, let's go. Show us the property. You know, it's still important. He's still smiling on you. And my brother is fucking sad. I mean, we're both sad. We're like, we thou to the max. We are so, so fucking sad. Go to the ranch. He shows us the property. There's this little creek that runs through it. And he's like, hey, let's get like some machetes. Let's get like some little, what are the automatic, like, what's this? A saw? Is this a saw? Like a little chainsaw? Like we all have some sort of version of that. It's me, Savannah, it's Travis. Travis finally came down to meet me. It's my brother, Savannah, Travis. I think it's just us. I think my sister Jojo may be there. I don't know. But we're like clearing vines. We're like hacking and and it's hot. And we're like, well, I mean, we're taking turns with the chainsaws because some of the tools are like more, you know, Neanderthal than others. They're more, it's like some are better than the others. You obviously want the like electric chainsaw, but we're clearing this. Whoever has the electric one is in the front, and then the people with like the little saw and like the other things are in the back. And we're like just trying to like clear this little path. And it's good. It's honest. Like it's like a workout. It's fun. You know, you feel like you're doing stuff. You're like, you're like moving like branches and stuff like that. When we took a little break and we're like, come on, start again. Well, when I tried to, while we were working, I was trying to play Eye of the Tiger. Like I was trying to play it, you know, make everyone laugh, and everyone knows that was Dad's favorite song, but it wouldn't play because there was no service out there. So that was like when my first like, or the second day of my bereavement days, which I think I took like 6. Anyway, after that is just like funeral planning, funeral planning, funeral planning. And then I finally like make the post, tell everyone. That's when the calls, like I had to like coat myself with like armor. Like, okay, I'm ready to tell people, I'm ready to tell people, for people to know that dad passed. And then if they want to go to the funeral, they can do it this, they can do that. So me and my brother make all the plans, call the shots, and I'm gonna come back next week and we're gonna bury dad. And that gives his brothers time to come. One is in Boston, the other 3 of them are in Houston. Like it gives everyone time to kind of get their shit together, come to Corpus and like give him a proper send off. Once I like finally have it, Travis is here. Travis took the bus to meet me in Corpus because I had the car and I wanted him to drive back with me. So Travis is there and we're like about to go. And I'm like, okay, I hug my brother and I'm like, I'll be back. I'm just going to work for a week. I'm going to do the show for a week. And then I'm going to come back on Friday, actually. So I'm work 4 days and I'll come back. And I like hug my brother so tight. And we're both like, just so like weak, like, okay, like we got this. Like we're going to do it. I get in the car. Travis turns it on. And it was like dun, 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 dun. And I look at and it was so loud. It like blew out my ears. It was so loud. And me and my brother, we did the look like holy shit, like dad's right there with us. And then we opened the phone. Me and my brother have been with each other all week, so we haven't texted each other all week. And I'm like, bro, I'm crying because we've already left and the song's playing. I go, bro, I'm crying. And the last picture that my brother had sent me was a picture of my dad, like this. And it was just like a reminder, like, be strong. Like, I've got you. Don't cry. Like, cowgirls don't cry. That was like kind of a thing he would say to me. And I just felt him with me that whole drive back to Houston, that whole drive back. So that to me was like a little mini miracle. And I know he was watching me and I know I just felt so weak. And it's like, no, you're not. I'm with you. You're strong. You're still you. And I'm still here and we can still talk every day, but it's not going to be in the same way. And that was just so fucking hard to like swallow that pill. Okay, since then I came back and then it's baseball season. There was no bigger Astros fan than my dad. He got buried. He was buried in an Astros jersey. One of his flower arrangements was like Astros design. And one of the things we got to do for Houston Life was go to opening day and have be on the actual field. So the fact that we got to be part of Astros opening day, we were on the dirt in Minute Maid, Daikin. I still call it Minute Maid. I know you do too, B-jokes. I took his jersey because that's the one thing I wanted of my dad. So like when everyone was going through his stuff, I didn't want to keep anything, but I wanted his jerseys because they brought me comfort and they're dope, like they're Astros jerseys. So I took those and I took his favorite one that he would wear all the time. Not the one that he was buried in his favorite one, but he also liked that home white one. And I brought that with me and we did our, broadcast from there. And I just felt him that day and I looked up and I just know he was smiling down on me. I know he was proud of me. I know that, being a Barrera on the Astros dirt was like a big deal for me. It was a big deal for me and it was a big deal for him. And I know he watched that happen. So that was like another miracle and God wink for me. Also, we were at the river. Me and my brother took another little time. Me and my brother, we really tried to focus on keeping our relationship strong because my dad always told us how important that was to him, that we kept our relationship strong. So my brother recently bought an RV and we went down to the Frio River and we camped there just for the weekend. And we were tubing and we were tubing. We're having all this fun. And then we pulled over to have some beers. A really cute spot. And the song, we took a shot of tequila and the song Corpus Christi Bay came on the playlist. That was my dad's favorite song. And I just remember it was this great moment with with Travis, his girlfriend Savannah, and my brother. But I just fucking missed him. Like after we took the shot, I was just like sitting there and I like felt slumped over and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna cry. And I looked down and in the river, there was a pair of sunglasses, a literal pair of sunglasses. Like, okay, you can cry. Like, you're going to ruin this moment. Like, this is a beautiful moment, but if you're going to cry, go ahead and put these sunglasses on. So I really felt like my dad was talking me through that. And since then, I have found random sunglasses everywhere on my desk. When I go to events, I'm like, whose sunglasses are these? Whose sunglasses are these? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, put your sunglasses on. It's like, stop bitching, stop crying. That's like, so like, I've literally found 3 random pairs of sunglasses. And I'm like, where are these coming from? And I just always feel like it's just like a little, like, my dad did this one laugh. It was like, like, it was like a really gruff, like, like, that's what I hear when little things like this happen, because he gets a kick out of stuff like that. So that was another God wink. And then I got asked to play in the Celebrity versus Vets game with the Dynamo at Shell Energy Stadium. Okay. That was really cool. Anything sports related, my dad really loved. So when we were on the turf in the stadium, I'm like, fuck, he would have loved this. Like, and they have these really comfy chairs where the players sit. And in my head, I was thinking, I was like, Dad, you know, if in my wildest dreams, like if I could, like I would put you in that chair right there. I'd give you some popcorn and I'd let you watch this game, because that's something that he would really, really, really like. Well, I'm playing in this game. First of all, soccer's fucking exhausting, okay? I'm playing defense the whole time. I'm getting gassed out. I'm asking for a sub every 1 minute I play. Well, at the very end, we're tied. It's like 2-2. Celebs versus Vets. Celebs, oh my God. They needed a player on offense. And I was like, no, it's okay. I was like, I've been playing defense. And they're like, no, go in and play. So I'm like, okay. And it's Brian Ching, who's like Dynamo legend. And he's playing with us. And I'm like, where do I stand? You know? And he's like, just go and run with the ball. Like, run with the ball. So I'm like going and I'm running with the ball. One of my teammates like steals the ball. And so then they're going. So he passes it to another teammate. And then he, like, one of the guy defending him, like, falls. And then I'm like, oh, I'm running, and we're getting like closer and closer and closer and closer to the goal. And then like he just passes it right to me, and I, like, off the top of my foot, guys, I've never played soccer in my life. Like, I play volleyball, basketball. I'm very good at other things. I've golf now. I'm getting really good. I swear to you, I kick it lands on my shoelaces, and I score the go-ahead goal, like top of the corner pocket of the goal. And I'm like, oh my God, like I peed my pants a little bit because it was so crazy. It was so insane. And I called my brother after that game immediately. He goes, that's pretty cool. He goes, well, Dad did that. Like, you didn't do that. And I'm like, dude, that was like a miracle beyond miracles. He's like, hell yeah. He's like, Dad would have been really proud of you. So that was another God wink from him. Also, me and my brother took a trip to Denver for my brother's birthday. I took him to see Sierra Farrell. I took him to see one of my favorite artists for his birthday, because that's the kind of gift giver I am. Like, there's got to be something in it for me. So we went, and it was like raining at the base, and I was like, fuck, this show's gonna be, it's an outside venue. Like, it's gonna be beautiful, but we're gonna get covered. Well, on the way up, the rain clears up, and me and my brother are getting off with Travis and Savannah. And like, there's a huge rainbow over the whole Red Rocks. And I'm not saying that's like that's like just for me, but in those moments, like, I've really felt my dad. And I feel like my senses are heightened to pay extra close attention to what is talking to me from a universe or a realm that I can't see. Because even though my dad physically is not here, and I can't talk to him every day, and I can't hear his voice, which is such a bummer, I can still feel him at these times. And like, he's probably around even more that, but like, we're humans, so we need like concrete evidence, right? So these are the things that he's like actually showing me. So I love that. I hope you liked this episode. This was like a God wink episode. I've got to talk to a couple of people about this on Houston Life. It wasn't enough time. I can link some of their books and stories. The God wink books is a pretty popular series. I think it was like a New York Times bestseller. So I will try to, give reference for all these things that I'm talking about. And, I'm getting back into this swing of the whole podcasting space. So I hope you give me a little grace as I'm like trying to jump back in. I hope this episode didn't depress you out too much. I promise I have fun, sillier shit to talk about. But if you're still here, is what I'm saying. If you're still here and still listening, I appreciate it. And I'm going to do my best to keep churning these out for you, because I love to entertain you. I love having the freedom to do that. And I just love yapping. And I miss talking to my dad. He's not here anymore. Now I have to talk to you guys. My earring just fell off. God wink. Just kidding. um, I appreciate you. That's what I wanted to say. So if you can share, tell a friend, like, subscribe, follow. I think I have to say that. I think you have to beckon people. You have to have a call to action. And this is it. So don't fucking forget to tell a friend, she's back.